sometime student, sometime electrician. But he's been outdone by Varane, 2 goals, so Real Madrid lead. And Carlo Ancelotti, I think, David, will be a little bit frustrated. I think almost the thing that he would have said is go out there and make sure that you play your best. Don't be a little off the pace. Don't just coast along through this game. And for all, it's obvious that their quality is abundant and far too strong for Cornellà if they play at 100%, but they just haven't.
No, they certainly haven't. And when you take into account that the front two of Karim Benzema and Chicharito, they've not really seen a lot of the ball, have they? Yes, the 2 goals have come from Rafael Varane, the centre-half, but that's all come from set pieces. Segovia in the goal, yes, at times I thought he could have come off his line to come and collect the ball, and the one time he did come and get it, Varane put the ball into the back of the net. But apart from that, he's not really had a major save to make, has he? And in respect of Cornellà, the one glorious opportunity they had, they put it in the back of the net. Fantastic strike by Oscar Munoz, and I'm sure that Ancelotti will not be happy about that. But in respect of Jordi Roger, he'll be saying to his players, look, let's not give any set pieces away. They've not caused us major problems in open play. It's only when we get to set pieces, we've conceded 7 or 8 corners so far, and that is where they have that physical aspect and that beating, the timing of the run to get hold of us. But so far, I'm sure the home side will be delighted. But let's see how the minutes go on, because time will tell whether or not the Real Madrid will get stronger and Cornellà will gradually get weaker because of the lack of preparation and the physical aspect they have of not training for too long, every day, for 7 days a week.
So it's Cornellà, the team from Barcelona, in fact the team from where Espanyol play. This is Espanyol's stadium. So they've just moved to this ground just for tonight. As I say, very nearly 29,000 inside the stadium, which is more than Espanyol ever gets or ever have done this season at least. So Cornellà in the green against Real Madrid in white. Cornellà are in the Segunda B, so the 3rd tier in Spain, but it's for the first time ever. And that's semi-pro level. The players just train in the evenings or early evenings. So a little bit cooler since kick-off. And this is a man who played his part in the goal. Joel, he was a bit lucky not to give a penalty away for a silly handball. He cowered away from the ball, really.
But if you're an Espanyol dignitary and you heard that 29,000 have turned up for Cornellà and you can't even get that for your own side, well, that says something, doesn't it?
Almost got Benzema in. Of course, there will be quite a few Real Madrid fans. Not many people support Real Madrid in Catalonia, not as many as in the rest of Spain, but there are a few here. There's Benzema, the block by Pellegrini.
So he's been well shackled tonight, same as Chicharito. The 2 centre-halves of Danny Marti and Pellegrini have done really well. Smile on the face by Marcelo there. He's the only one with vast experience on the Real Madrid bench.
He's go with the in-swinger, the goalkeeper comes, he punches. I think we've got the answer to your earlier question about why he doesn't come and catch crosses. Kadira, and a cool header back by Joel Marin.
Well, I think that's great composure by the right back. But once again, Segovia comes out, tries to fist the ball away, doesn't really get a lot of power on it, eventually comes back towards his own 6-yard box in the end. He's 6 foot tall, he's not exactly the smallest of goalkeepers, but it's that confidence level coming through a lot of bodies and just being a little bit more confident.
Arbeloa. Still no Hesse, by the way, as well, when we're going through the Real Madrid players who aren't involved. He had a knee operation in April. Hopefully he's not too far away. It'd be great to see him back again. Cristiano Ronaldo just rested for this game. Been nursing a knee problem. We see him with the ice pack on his knee all the time. He's had 2 days off, so he hasn't trained as well. I think he deserves that, doesn't he, given his exploits this season, his 21 goals already. And then Toni Kroos, Luka Modric rested, Iker Casillas I think we'll see Keylor Navas play in the cup games, the Copa del Rey games. Now Pepe suspended, Marcelo just left on the bench, Ramos slight thigh problem.
Well, this is going to be a major concern for Ancelotti. Yeah. Carvajal's gone down, clutching his right ankle. See straight away one of the Cornellà players trying to get the physios on. There he's up against Josele. I just think he just twisted his ankle there. There's no real kick out from the centre forward for Cornellà. Just lands on it awkwardly. You can see there the grimace on the face. But I'm sure that Ancelotti will not be taking any chances.
Well, Medran we saw make his debut in La Liga recently, because we've got Marcelo to come straight back in at left back. That would be the obvious choice. De Thomas is on the bench as well. Jaime likewise. As I say, as well with Pacheco, so it's only 5 subs on the bench in the Copa del Rey. Might get a better angle of it here. See, he almost caught the back of Josele's ankle, didn't he?
Yeah, it looks as if he caught the left Achilles of Josele. Just tries to kick the ball, but kicks his opponent instead. So he'll just have a few little stride outs. You can see him there on the far side, still just limping, but the pain might just go away. Just there you see the physio just saying, just the team doctor, just hang on for a moment. Yeah, he's fine, he's fit, he's healthy, he's back on the field. But any sort of chances that he's going to pick up an injury, then I'm sure that Ancelotti, as you're right to say, has got a ready-made left back to come on straight away. You're saying about Ronaldo being rested, picked up 3 awards again this week, didn't he? When the LFP.
Yep. And the campaigning started for the Ballon d'Or already, isn't it? James nominating Cristiano Ronaldo. Didn't have a brilliant World Cup that he was carrying an injury through the World Cup, wasn't he, Ronaldo? That's what gives everybody else a little bit of hope, I think. And there'll be a bit of political pressure for it to be a German, given that they won the World Cup. I think that's missing the point, though. Here's Sami Khedira. And Carvajal. On the right, isn't he now? Danny Carvajal. And now Nacho. Wasn't great for Nacho and Varane, 2 players who would like to play more first-team football. It wasn't great to see them carved apart by a Segunda B team. Mallorca is another one of the teams in Segunda B, and Zaragoza B. They're a couple of the teams that they've beaten this season, Cornellà. Nine straight victories in this run for Real Madrid, Champions League and La Liga. Here with both with seeming ease at the moment. Tough game in the Clásico, of course, until it was 3-1, and then Barca didn't really rally from there. Cornellà are trying to rally now. Josele with a miscontrol. Yaramendi coming back to do his job. We'll see how freely Carvajal moves. That's okay to me. Benzema leaves it. Chicharito's away. Couldn't get it down. His first touch wasn't good, but he still got possession. And Benzema. Chicharito was down on the ground. He gets back up to get involved again. And his shot is in. Crept in the bottom corner. He hasn't done an awful lot tonight, but you give him a little sight of goal, Chicharito. And he found the bottom corner. 3 for Real Madrid.
Well, certainly Cornellà had a couple of opportunities to get rid of that ball. Was an excellent challenge by Joel Marin, the right back, to start off with on Karim Benzema. Then eventually the ball comes out to Chicharito. He's running away from the goal along the 18-yard box, but just swivels and hits it back up across the way Here we see that ball from James Rodriguez into Chicharito. Not the greatest of first touches by the Mexican. There's Karim Benzema. Excellent challenge by the right back. And there's Chicharito going away from the goal. I'm not sure whether Segovia got a good sighting of it. But really, I'd expect the goalkeeper to do a little bit better than that. Yeah, I would expect the goalkeeper to do better than that, John. But having said that, you've got to give credit where credit's due. A bit of pace on the ball. He hits the target. And it's really what Real Madrid needed. They need that 2-goal cushion. And who knows, they might be able to go on from there.
Well, it's Javi Hernandez, Chicharito. His 4th goal. Got 2 against Depor in the 8-2 trouncing. He got another against Levante. They paid a fee to take him from Manchester United for this season. €2.5 million, thereabouts. Obviously with Falcao taking his place, for who Manchester United paid a lot more.
Well, the thing is, where you take the game last week, Falcao was he injured? Rooney suspended, so they could have done with somebody like Chicharito, but he wanted more game time. It's always going to be very difficult when you come into a big club like Real Madrid. You've got Ronaldo, Benzema, Gareth Bale, James Rodriguez as well. Isco's in fine form.
You can't say no to Real Madrid, can you, if they come and offer you a deal? It's funny, is it like Jerzy Dudek as well, because he wanted first-team football, didn't he? And he ended up playing at Real Madrid and hardly playing. And Chicharito likewise. It's really very difficult to be starting any of the big games with Bale, Ronaldo, and Benzema all around.
But if you take the top 5 in Spain at this moment in time, I think he would find it difficult to get in any of the attacking lineups, if truth be told.
Interception is a good one by Chimmy. Double change coming. You can see the other Marty is down there. Marty Tapia. He's the fair one. And Alex Gaillard.
Well, we know Gaillard is one of those who will go and play up front, so I wonder if Josele will be the one to make way. Generally, he's the strike partner of Oscar Munoz. So we'll just find out in a moment.
Great opportunity. I'm sure that Jordi Roger would love to spread it around as much as he can. It's Pellegrini, central defender, who's going off. They wear different numbers from match to match. Is that a request for a shirt then?
Without a shadow of a doubt, and I'm sure that he'll meet him in the tunnel afterwards. But that'll be Pellegrini coming off, and Marty Tapia, another centre-half. He'll go and drop in next to Danny Marty.
He was Marty Tapia with Sevilla's Atletico team. It's his second spell with Cornellà. Obviously didn't get the breakthrough that he was hoping for with the Premier club.
Yeah, it is Josele who has made way, isn't it? As just mentioned, this is the normal strike partnership in Segunda B for Cornellà.
3 goals this season for Alex Gaillard, former Mallorca man, or Mallorca B. As Isco, he read that better. And the first involvement there for Marty Tapia to concede the corner.
Well, it's always a decision that you have to make when you come up against Isco. Do you get yourself really tight, or just give him a little bit of space? Sometimes it's a decision which is a hard one to make.
As Nacho came forward for the corner, which was then taken quickly. James on that left side, and it's a lovely ball in. Dear me, that was the sub, wasn't it? Marty Tapia sliding in. after Chicharito had missed it.
I just wonder whether Chicharito could have done a little bit better. It's a great ball from James Rodriguez. Just tries to get themselves elevated, just misses it, but centre-half does really well.
He had a Mendy, they stood off him. It was blocked. The referee had a good, clear view of that. He was happy with it.
I'll tell you what, when I saw that shot coming in from Mendy, it hit the left arm. It looked to me that was a penalty from Oscar Munoz, doing a bit of defending inside of his 18-yard box. I'm sure we'll see that one again, most probably to prove me wrong. But my first instinct was it was a handball.
Now Carvajal. Only Benzema had made the run into the penalty area. That was out of play, wasn't it? The corner again for Real.
Well, it must be close to being double figures here for Real Madrid in respect of the corner situation.
Interesting change, isn't it? Marcelo about to come on. Oh, that would have been harsh, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that one would have been harsh. It wasn't the one that we're talking about with Mendy. It's James Rodriguez making way. So it looks like that Dani Carvajal is fit, is okay, and James Rodriguez, I think that is a case of he's played 60 minutes, that'll do, and he'll be fit for Granada at the weekend.
Missed opportunity though, isn't it? If he's taking off a midfield player, not to put one of the youngsters on. Floated up Varane again, got in there. Fancies a hat-trick, of course, the big Frenchman. The danger's not cleared yet. The football from Cornellà looks very different, of course, to the British lower division team. Not that they've had much of it.
They haven't, but they've not been embarrassing, have they? It's not been a case that we're just getting the ball down and hammer it front as quickly as possible. They still like to get the ball into those midfield areas and pass their way round. Got two fullbacks who like to get in the ascendancy. There you see one again with Joel Marin down this right-hand side.
Actually, I'm being harsh. There are some teams in the lower divisions in England who do make a point of getting the ball down and passing. But not many.
Can I include Coventry in that? Is that a lower league now? That's lower league now.
I'm afraid so. Yes.
Afraid so. But they like to get the ball down and work the ball through the midfield area. It's the sort of football I like, John. I don't like to see teams getting the ball at the back and just lumping it straight up towards the striker. That's back in the 70s, 80s. But sometimes when you're in the lower leagues, you need to get yourself out. You have to play the way that you want to do, and if that's your philosophy and it gets you out of that division, so be it.
Marti Tapia happy to play. Little spell of possession, this, isn't it, for Cornellà? Biggest moment in their history. Their promotion up to the Segunda B last season had probably been that before. Here's Joel Marin. Not a bad cross, is it? Keylor Navas. No one getting across him to make it awkward.
I think he's done quite well so far, hasn't he? Joel Marin down this right-hand side. Involved with the first goal. Here he goes again.
Good work to play him in by David Garcia. Trying to pull it back. It was the first touch for Marcelo. Now Gaia. A shooting chance perhaps for Sergio Gomez. Quickly closed down by Varane. Target was Oscar Munoz, the clearance by Nacho. Arbeloa is playing in front of Marcelo, isn't he? And the shot now, the appeals are for the handball by Carvajal. Where's he given this?
It's just outside of the 18-yard box, isn't it?
How deliberate was it? Is the next question.
Well, he picks up a yellow card for it. I think it's Chemi has Chemi has the shot. Fran is there, he's just turning his back, but the referee's in a decent position. However, truth be told, I think really that Cornellà have handled the ball in the air, what, 3 times so far? Yes, you can turn around and say that one was going to be slightly harsh, but yellow card. Great opportunity here for the home side.
He's had a funny night, Rafael Varane, hasn't he? 2 goals, obviously, will be the headlines. But defensively, I mean, that wasn't great defending, was it? And
unconvincing, John.
Yeah.
But you can say that about Nacho as well.
And that's ultimately what he will be picked on, isn't he? He's not going to be picked because he's going to be powering headers in against everybody. It's Gaia into the wall. And Oscar Munoz couldn't control it. Sergio Gomez. And now there's Oscar Munoz again. Can't let him turn. We know he can pack a punch when he shoots. Well, one back by Isco. Benzema's still on, isn't he? 64 minutes into the game.
And how many times have you mentioned him so far, John? Again, not been effective enough as far as I'm concerned.
Kabay. And the cross is over the head of Alex Gaia, comfortably guided back by Arbeloa.
Well, that's the experience of Arbeloa. Has a quick look around. Nobody a threat. Nice cushioned chest control into Keylor Navas.
And now Marcelo's gone in front of Arbeloa. He's a conservative coach, Ancelotti, isn't he? In the circumstances, he could have given one of the young guys a go, but he's played it safe, hasn't he?
Well, there's no reason. You've got Medrano, who's a midfielder, and De Thomas, who basically is an out-and-out striker. There's no reason why he couldn't have given one of the younger lads an opportunity. Still got 2 substitutions to make. So maybe when he gets to about 80 minutes and it's still a similar scoreline, or if it's just exceeded a little bit more, I think that's when Ancelotti will possibly make another change or so.
It was a good tackle, that. It was a great skills by Isco. You don't have to be mesmerised by them as a defender, though, can you? Wait for your moment.
Well, it's the old adage. Don't look at the legs, don't look at the body, just watch the football, see what the football does. But believe you me, when you played against people like Paul Gascoigne, John, it was hard. You could watch the football all day long,
yeah,
and you'd be turning around in circles.
That's good work, though, by Arnau. David Garcia. Well read again by Joao Marin. Kabay. Nacho in a race. Safely back to Navas. Well taken down by Marti Tapia, but untouched too many. Helped out. And a little breakthrough again for Oscar Munoz. And once again, questions to be asked about what happened to the defending. Kabay takes it on. And then that's a good tackle by Carvajal. It's a strong one, took a bit of a gamble. Sergio Gomez was the player he was up against. Given away by Isco. David Garcia to Joao Marin. 2 waiting in the middle, including the scorer. Oscar Munoz didn't get that far as he had Mendy away. By on. Now Sami Khedira. It's good to see him clocking up the minutes. He tries to prove his fitness. Shemi. And Gaia. There's a gap there for Gaia. Trying to play a little 1-2. Nacho made sure they couldn't.
I think at times just been a little bit careless, haven't they, in the back unit? All stemmed from Alvaro Arbeloa, who eventually plays in Oscar Munoz, but this time the big striker wasn't able to capitalise. But certainly when you look at Varane and Nacho, you wouldn't turn around and want them as your first pairing, would you, in a La Liga fixture?
No, I think Pepe and Sergio Ramos be secretly quite satisfied with the way these two have struggled at times. Just at times. Haven't had much to do. The longest spell of possession, isn't it, in the last 5 minutes or so that Cornellà have had.
But it is, when you look at the defensive attitudes, yes, they haven't had a lot to do, but it comes down to complacency as far as I'm concerned. Got to be a little bit more professional than that, but give credit where credit's due. Cornellà have put him under pressure now and again, and that causes mistakes.
And Jimmy. Strong play by Sami Khedira. Now Marcelo. This is what he would have pictured when he came on. Him needing quick breaks. Chicharito. Karim Benzema hasn't got his goal. Getting in one another's way there, the two strikers for Real Madrid. Now Marcelo. Marcelo again, shot with his right of the sub-central defender, Marti Tapia. I thought he'd done well initially, but then his touch just let him down.
Well, that was a fantastic tackle, wasn't it? Great timing by Carvajal. Had to get it spot on. You see that Sergio Gomez goes down. Doesn't really ask the referee for a penalty.
That's Chimmy, who's coming off. Another attacking player being withdrawn, Luis Gaudioso is his replacement. 22-year-old, born in Barcelona.
I say he'll be delighted to get on the field of play. He's yet to feature at all for Cornellà in the Segunda B. But you're right to say, being born in Barcelona, I would imagine most of this squad are. I think there was only Israel who's the normal left back. He's not in tonight's squad. He was born in Madrid, so he would have been looking to play tonight. But most of these lads are all local. Been around a lot of the junior sides in and around Barcelona. You've got to take into account this is where Jordi Alba started as well, John. Spent a couple of years as a young player, eventually went for €6,000 to Valencia?
That's right. And eventually back to this city, of course. Victor Ruiz was another, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Came through this club. There aren't many, in honesty, are there? Looking for a long list of them. It's Arbeloa. Oh, now let it go over his head. Might be a mistake because Carvajal's recycled possession. Isco started well. Marcelo flipped in towards Chicharito again. He's had a couple of sights of goal, hasn't he, since his goal?
Certainly has. Good play this time by Isco. Combination work with Marcelo. And he tries to play Chicharito towards the far post. Unfortunately, the ball, the weight of the pass was just a little bit too heavy. But you see, as soon as Real Madrid step up on the gas, it's very difficult for the semi-pro side.
Now here's Varane. And Benzema, and Marcelo's away. Still Marcelo. Not quite time for that yet, is it? There were simpler ways in which he could have thought of to try and score the goal. Oscar Munoz, he didn't mess around when he had a sight of goal earlier. Sergio Gomez, on by Pep Cabay to Arnau. A good first touch by Oscar Munoz. To be well defended, he was offside.
But again, he just came off the shoulder of Varane. It was a good first touch. Nice little ball in by Arnau, but Not sure here what Marcelo's looking to achieve. That's a little bit of theatrics. Holds his hands up, has a quick look to the bench to see if Ancelotti has got his arms up in the air. There's Chicharito towards the far post, unable to get the final touch. Thankfully he didn't collide with the far post.
Arbeloa in a race with Joao Marin, which the Cornellà player won. Won a free kick as well.
I think if there's one player to come out with a lot of positives this game, and that's the right back, I think he's done extremely well.
Beard fashion spreads across Europe these days, doesn't it? All of these nicely sported by Arbeloa as well.
Well, you'd like to say it's all to do with Movember coming up, but generally during the course of the year now.
Álvaro Medrán, 20-year-old, who we saw in action. It was the Levante game, wasn't it, where he came on. And, Raul de Tomas as well. Slightly confusing me by change of number. There we are. No concern of anyone else's. De Tomas is Madrid born. More on him in a moment. Here's Isco. They're standing away from Isco, letting him go on. Marcelo with a chance. No messing around this time. Big cheers around the stadium from the Real Madrid supporters as Marcelo simply hammers this one into the back of the net.
Well, it's all down to Isco once again. Great movement of the ball. Hits it down nice and hard to the goalkeeper's right. It's a decent save, but the first person to react is Marcelo. Out onto the left-hand side. There's a few hugs with the bench, especially James Rodriguez. But that's better from Marcelo. Excellent conversion. It's going to be slightly harsh on the home side, but you can see there with Real Madrid physically better, fitter. Here's the run by Isco. Gets an opportunity. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Marcelo's the first one to react. 4-1 to the away side.
And Benzema will not get his goal. Slight disappointment, I guess, for the captain. So Benzema and Isco, two players who will see more first-team action. Replaced by that one there, Raul de Tomas and Álvaro Medrán.
You can see how well Isco does, but Benzema does well as well because he takes the centre-half away. And you have to say it's a decision that the centre-half is ruined because he's going further and further and closer back towards his own goal. It was an excellent save by Segovia. Well anticipated by Marcelo. He'll be delighted.
He's been on the bench before, but this is his first opportunity, and as I say, Medrán, also 20, comes from Cordoba.
Just looking as well, I think that's the first goal as well that Marcelo has scored in the Copa del Rey. Here's that strike, flax, etc. But unfortunately, we had a player who passed away over in India doing exactly that a couple of weeks ago. So you're always got to be very careful when you're doing those sort of acrobatic leaps, etc.
So Cadero will play a 90-minute match. Good break by David Garcia. Carvajal, slightly rough challenge. It's okay though. Nice bit of footwork by Medrán initially, but then he lost the ball. Through the Real Madrid Castilla side, which was being coached by Zinedine Zidane. the Spanish authorities, well, nobody had, it seemed, had licensed him. Real Madrid say that he's been harshly done by, but he's got a 3-month ban, basically, Zidane, for not having the correct coaching qualifications.
Well, as we know, in Spain, you have to have a pro licence. And if he hasn't got a pro licence, then he can't be coaching, even at that level in Segunda B. Although the French Federation say he's in mediation to be doing his pro licence, got away with it, some managers over here, but in Spain they're a little bit more meticulous.
Gareth Southgate, in fact, wasn't it, who's ended up at the FA?
Well, I could go through quite a few if I'm truth be told.
Here's Gaia. And goodbye, and here comes Arnau. And it's Gaia who met it. It wasn't a convincing effort, was it?
It certainly wasn't. Good control by Gaia to start with.
Different players have now scored for Real Madrid this season. Marcelo being the 11th. Things are looking a lot more comfortable now. Now, last season they eventually did beat Olympic Chativa 2-0. Yaramendi and Di Maria were the goal scorers. They then went on to beat Osasuna and Espanyol, and then hammered Atletico before they played Barca in the final. They faced those two earlier in the competition. Slight danger with the way they do it. Didn't get to make this point earlier, is that because you know who you're playing, you know in this half of the draw it's really, really tough, and you might be tempted to think, you know what, our chances of winning this competition are pretty slim. Let's take it easy. Here's Chicharito. Got one tonight. This time it's a little pass, and Chicharito again. He's got support players waiting. He was going for goal there, definitely, wasn't he? Arbeloa in the centre forward position. Excellent there, David Garcia. Yaramendi. Cross again to Arbeloa. Tell you what, I've given up trying to figure out where Marcelo's playing. Certainly not playing left back.
Well, you know what Marcelo's all about. He just does what he wants, doesn't he, at times. I'm sure he becomes very frustrating for the manager. But you can't have a pop at him about his commitment, athleticism.
Not in this game. There are big games, aren't there, in which there are many questions have been asked about him.
I think it's just the same when you look at Dani Alves as well. They're fullbacks who like to get themselves forward. They don't really particularly like to defend. They like to see all the histrionics, as we see there, the nice little back heel into the path of Sami Khedira.
Kabay to Sergio Gomez. Strong header away by Danny Marti, but it will come back his way again. Vedran with a little exchange of passes with Chicharito. And a shot is always well off target.
Well, so certainly the second opportunity that Medran's had, one with his right, one with his left. He's already scored 4 times for the Castilla side this season. Not scared of having a shot outside of the 18-yard box. Well, there you can hear the Real Madrid support in the Cornellà. See, there's a lot of white shirts in there. But it's been a good atmosphere for Cornellà as well, the home side. At times the fans have been getting behind their side. It's not an embarrassing score, is it, at this moment in time? 4-1. There have been sides in La Liga who have been drubbed a lot more than that. Deportivo we can talk about. Was it 8-2 in the end? 5 against Levante.
That's the same margin of scoreline that Liverpool lost to as well, wasn't it? So there's nothing too embarrassing about this. Time to go yet. Of course, no Cristiano Ronaldo, but it's not been a bad Real Madrid team.
Well, I think it's a very strong Real Madrid side, and it's a very strong squad, isn't it?
There's De Thomas. Got up well. No power, though, in his effort on goal.
No, but you could visualise that would have been Cristiano Ronaldo, wouldn't it, towards the far post. Nice little ball into the path of De Thomas. Goes well up against Tapia. But you see there, again, no real conversation between Dani Carvajal and the goalkeeper. Got to be doing a little bit better. Was it Nacho? Got to be doing a lot bit better than that. And certainly that would be an area I would be very concerned with if I was Ancelotti. Yes, you're going to win the game. The likelihood is you're going to go through on 2 legs, but got to be better through the heart of that central area.
What a chance to see most of their stars play for those Real Madrid supporters. Arbeloa. And Nacho, and the pace drops again. But inject some more into it when they feel the urge. Real Madrid, here's Chicharito. Nice touch away by Gaia. Another apology from Oscar Munoz, who was late this time on the Aramendi. The grimaces, but forces a smile through there as well. Marcelo to De Thomas. It's a good stretch, wasn't it, by Medran to keep possession. Carvajal certainly moving freely. Got that knock earlier, but no problems at all.
That was going to be one main concern for Ancelotti, but he's got through that one so well. But again, you saw just moments ago, as we see, not the nicest of challenge from Joel Marin.
Yellow card
on De Thomas. It was a yellow card, but it was just saw moments ago with a header by Varane. Completely got the timing wrong. Thankfully, Nacho was in behind him. A little bit of a rash challenge from the right back.
A chance for Varane. There is the he's over there at the back post. A chance of a hat-trick. Marcelo tasked with the delivery. Didn't get that far though. Headed away by Danny Marti. They try to minimise the effect of the World Club Championship on that much disruption. We've had it before in La Liga, of course, haven't we, with Barcelona, European champions recently as well. So they go away in December. A quick reorganisation of this game being played early. Oscar Munoz Around the corner to Luis Carrioso. Chicharito helps it on usefully to De Tomas. And again, it was the rugged central defender Danny Marti who came sweeping across.
Yeah, certainly no Florentino Perez there, is there? In the president's box. Just saw a little glimpse of Butragueño once more.
I say it's a well-run club. It's made slow progress, but it's been going in the right direction for Cornellà. You hope this would help. Marcelo's come on to enjoy himself in this game, hasn't he? Enjoyed it the moment she hammered in the fourth goal for Real Madrid. One or two other things haven't quite come off.
Well, that's him all over though, isn't it? Likes the theatrics, likes all the tricks. Certainly been effective with set pieces. I'm not sure about defensively. That's always going to be a major concern. But for Cornellà, 29,000. There's going to be quite a few euros going into their club. Good decision to ask Espanyol to use their pitch, only 150 yards away from their own main pitch. I'm sure that'll be well appreciated. But they haven't disgraced themselves, John. You're not turning around and saying that Segovia is having to make save after save, is he? Yes, Chicharito's got the one. Benzema, I can't remember really Benzema really having a real sighter on target, has he?
No. I suppose Segovia's teammates might say it would have been nice if he'd made a couple of saves, but he hasn't, has he? Well, he made the save that led to the Marcelo goal. Foul by Luis Carrioso. Very, very relaxed looking bench. But a relaxed performance from Real Madrid. They paced themselves through this game, in truth, haven't they? We were a little bit critical of them in the first half. They weren't quite at it.
Well, there's enough quality on the pitch and also on the bench to put a side like Cornellà to bed, but you have to get those goals. And at times they have been slightly disappointing. Yes, they don't have to be at 100% all the time.
30 seconds to go of the 2 minutes of added time. I don't think ever really expecting them to go through. He said the right things beforehand, of course. No point in turning up unless you're going to try and win. And they did equalise. But in the end, the European champions, the Copa del Rey holders, had too much quality for tiny Cornellà. 2 goals from Rafa Varane were crucial in the first half. Oscar Munoz with the goal of the game. Super equaliser in the 20th minute. But in the second half, Real Madrid, for all they weren't playing at 100%, they had too much. Chicharito took one away in the corner, and then Marcelo smashed in a rebound. And so the full-time score from the Cornellà El Prat is Cornellà 1, Real Madrid 4. Well, let's have a look to set pieces with the first half goals. Rafa Varane with both of them.
Yeah, it would have been disappointing that, as you're right to say, that both the goals have come from set pieces. One's a James Rodriguez corner from one side and Isco from the other. But it's a free header for Varane. Not well defended. I thought the goalkeeper really should have done a lot better for those set pieces.
Well, this was the headline from the game, wasn't it? The equalising goal. The defending is not good. The finish, though, from Oscar Munoz is fantastic.
Well, it is a fantastic strike in the end, but you look at Varane, he's just ball watching, totally unaware where Munoz has gone. Arbeloa can't do anything, but you look at the big man, he just rolls Arbeloa, hits it as hard as he can, straight down the middle, and it's an excellent strike. But there we see the second goal for Varane. This time the goalkeeper does come out towards the 6-yard box, but he's just beaten by the
pass. And this was interesting, wasn't he? Went down there hoping for a penalty, got back up again, and took the ball away in the corner.
Well, he did. It was a good challenge in the end by the right back. Eventually the ball comes out to Chicharito. Well, I think the goalkeeper can do a little bit better than this, John. Yes, it goes through a couple of bodies, maybe slightly unsighted, and maybe I'm a little bit harsh on the goalkeeper, but I thought he could have done with a little bit better. But give credit where credit is to Chicharito.
So Isco plays a part in the fourth goal as well, as did Benzema. We'd already seen Marcelo backheel one chance that he maybe could have just done this, put his foot through it, but this time, no mistake, no messing around.
No, it's an excellent finish by Marcelo. Good strike from Isco, good save by Segovia. But this time, the Brazilian, no problems, wraps his foot around it. Good goal.
And no problems for Real Madrid, victors against Cornellà by 4-1. There is a second leg to come, of course, at the Bernabeu in December. Now, we haven't seen Cristiano Ronaldo tonight, but you can see plenty of him next. A golden year for the World Player of the Year to Real Madrid, who've beaten Cornellà by 4-1.
Enjoy Sky Sports Live on all screens, on the go